Hey everyone, so today I'll be explaining you what is poetry and what is its uses and how you can install it and how you can use them on your projects, you know. So let's start. Okay, so what's the poetry, right? So you may be thinking, right, what's the poetry is? So, poetry is a tool to resolve the dependencies of your project with different libraries, right? So, there are hundreds of libraries in your project, and you want their dependency to be resolved because each day there are new versions are coming, right? So, to resolve that issues of the versioning, we have the poetry now. Poetry resolves all the issues that we face during the development and when we go to the deployment side at the time also we face the issue of the library version, right? So poetry is to resolve those issues for us, and you can directly add this to your Docker or Docker Composer, and and those library will be installed on your server too, right? So let's start. So how you can install? It's very simple. Open your terminal and put this command. Okay, and it will install poetry for you. I already have it, that's why it's telling me that it's already installed. And if you are facing any other issues, you may go to this install lib or URL to resolve the issue. But for most of your work, this will be helpful and you will able to have the poetry installed. Once you have the poetry, then you can create a new project using poetry, right? Poetry new, and I'll be naming it like poetry tude. Okay, and it created a new project for me inside this, and you can see over here it created a same name directly inside that, and inside that the init, and we have the test, we have the toml file. So inside toml file we have all the library versioning there. So now if you want to add a new uh, library in it, you can directly share. So okay, could not find the word. Okay, it's just because I am at the root and I need to go to Jacktute, and if I could type it here, poetry shell, then it initializes this virtual environment for me. So whenever we install or create a project using poetry, it creates a virtual environment for us as I typed it here. So and it's the same environment that we create using Conda environment. So you see here we have this new project initiated. Now if I want to add poetry pandas, so what I need to do is let me just clear it out for you guys. So what you need to do is type it here poetry and pandas. Okay, and it will add the pandas to your library versioning on poetry. So here you will see the pandas in a minute. Okay, and so it's taking some time, but it will not take longer for you. Okay, so once you install that, then you can see it over here. We have a poetry log. So this log file, it logs your versions and everything, so that whenever there is any change in a version that you do, then this log file will update itself. You don't need to do anything. But yeah, if you do some manual changes in the poetry.toml by project.toml file, like if I edit here, uh, maybe change the version from 2.0 to 2.1 to 2.0, then this is the manual change that I did, right? So I need to again type it here by poetry log so that this version issue will be resolved for me. Okay, and if I already have a project, okay, then what you need to do is just go to that project and open and add it here like this. By using poetry in it, you can able to initiate the py file directly that you have it in your project. So if you clone any repository from GitHub and there they used it poetry, and now you want to install it and those dependency on your system using the poetry, then go to that directory. Okay, let's assume this is a directory. Okay, go to that directory and by on the terminal. Okay, and after that what you need to do is just type it here poetry in it. Okay, and it will able to install all the dependency for you in your virtual environment of poetry. Okay, and if you want to remove any dependency, then you can type it here poetry remove and the library name. Okay, after that if like as I did, I what I did is poetry shell, right? So if you want to do, open a terminal and type it here. City, maybe let me go to the poetry tude. And so if you want to go to the shell, the terminal of poetry, then you need to type here poetry shell. Okay, and it will open up your terminal for you. Okay, if I want to remove the dependency of pandas, directory remove, then it will remove the pandas dependency from your log file, from the toml file, everywhere, and you can see it here. It's removed. So very easy to use, right? And if you want to create a group, like in group means you want to create different library versioning, different library dependency for your development test and for the deployment, then you can use group as you can see it here. Okay, and if you do any manual check, you can use manual changes on a py project toml file, then just type it here poetry log on your terminal. I hope you liked it, and I think this is the basic understanding what's the use of poetry and how you can use them, and how you can add the library, how you can remove the library, how you can add them to different environment of your uh, poetry. Like if you have it a development project, then you can create and add dependencies there directly. And if you don't want to add it to the development and you want to add it to the test environment, you can add it directly there. And yeah, I that's it. Thank